Hey guys, basically I'm Mike here, and here is the Parts and Service FNAF Hex collab bag or whatever. But specifically, if you see, it has Spring Bonnie on there, and it's kind of going, I don't know what I'm doing, you already know what it is, but yeah. Finally, after quite a while, I have gotten the limited edition Golden Spring Bonnie Plush, which, yes, this was limited edition, and it was only out for a couple of days, so I obviously had to get it, otherwise I would feel sad if I didn't. And this is my first Hex plush ever, technically speaking. Like, the next one that I already ordered is the new Puppet plush, which I recommend you actually get that, even if I don't have it in my hands right now. I recommend getting it because it actually looks really cool. You know, and I do plan on getting, like, you know, the originals of, like, the FNAF 1 characters and maybe Spring Bonnie and Fredbear. But, you know, I just wanted to get this because obviously, like I just said, it was limited edition, and I just, you know, couldn't miss out. And fun fact, this originally, like, since this was limited edition and it was only available for a limited amount of time, like, the due date or whatever for this guy or whatever, for him being out, was actually pushed back a little farther, and I don't necessarily know why. He either didn't sell well at all, or he just wanted to push it back, just, so, you know, more people could have the chance to get it, like what they actually said. They actually said what I just mentioned, but, yeah, I don't know, but, you know, I will say, you know, for my first Hex plushie, I like the bag. You know, I mean, specifically this bag, because I know the other bags are different, and it's only like this because it's a limited edition Golden Spring Bonnie, which you see it right there. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna open this right away, which I'll have to do off camera. And there we go. Open like that. I'm just gonna dump it out, even though it's a limited edition plush. Yeah, and here is the limited edition Golden Spring Bonnie plush. And this, you know, if you know the Hex brand, you know they're known for magnets, but recently they released, like, you know, some, like, sit-down cuddling plushies, and this is practically what that is. You know, they made a whole, you know, they made ones for Fredbear and Spring Bonnie too. They resorted to this way because it was going to be supposed to be cheaper, which it was, but then again, it still didn't help the fact that no one has, like, $35 plus tax and shipping, so that's a whole thing. But, you know, they chose the, you know, sitting pattern for this one, and I feel like, you know, it was probably the best thing they could have done, because I don't know, like, I feel like the magnet feature would just be kind of weird if it was on this, especially considering the detail, not the detail, the freaking fabric. I don't know why I said detail, but okay, and getting into the actual plush, I really like the golden material they put on this. Like, from the pictures I saw, it looked like a papery type gold, which didn't look good at all, but this is not that at all. I think it's mainly ears. Like, the ears are kind of, like, crusty, but I think that's mainly just because of, you know, the bendable feature with the ears or whatever. Actually, I don't know if the ears are bendable. I haven't tested it out fully, but yeah. But, you know, like, this material is really good, and he's also pretty big. He's also, like, decently big, almost as big as a Funko plush, if not just a tiny bit bigger. If I had one to grab right now, I would. Actually, hold on. Here's your counterpart that doesn't exist, and yeah, he is way bigger. So this guy is practically like 3 to 5 inches bigger than a Funko plush, which it's not a complaint, but, you know, just wanted to mention that. Just wanted to say. But I just really like the gold material. Like, I can't get, you know, out of it. It's just really good, and, you know, it's just, I really don't have much words to say because this is, like, my first Hex plush, and I really don't know. There's not much to go into this either, just because it's a sitting plush and not much can be described or expressed about it. I obviously do like the little button eyes that every Hex plush has, practically. And, okay, but if you pull it back, you do see the ends of the eyelashes, which is, it's not good, really, so don't do that. And they also added buttons, like, the actual real buttons on the belly. One thing I don't like, though, about feeling the plush is the bow tie, because it's using the scratchy material that's worse than the security breach material. I mean, you're generally gonna hold, if you're gonna hold the plush, you're generally gonna hold it like this, so I wouldn't imagine you really touching the bow tie all that much, but if you are, you're gonna cringe on the inside. Also, there's also, like, just a felt teeth, a buck tooth, you know, a white piece of felt buck tooth. I don't know what you call it. Also, his whiskers here like they're only bended like that because obviously it was in the bag, so I can't necessarily bend it back that far. I would have to hold it for a few minutes, but you know, I don't want to spend all that time in the review doing that, so yeah. But like here's the actual like little tag that's attached to the bow tie. I feel like it could have been somewhere else, like on the actual tag on there, but you know, not complaining. A QR code for people who want to visit the website. I don't know, I don't want to scan it, and I don't really care for it, but it probably is what I just said. But you know, I really like this tag. You know, it's pretty square. I like it, honestly. I also like the little details that they always put into like adding extra sewing marks, which these are actually like, you know, sewed on, and you know, you could kind of like pull them back. Wouldn't recommend doing that though, because obviously they'll come out. And you know, I also just really like the feet. I like the little toe beans that they add on him. It's just, it looks really good. Like everything on this plush fits as to what it should be, a Golden Spring Bonnie plush. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if people would assume that this is worth lots of money. Which it probably will be in future times, but you know, as of now, this is like probably going to be only sold for like $100, which is still a lot, but you get the point. On the little tag here though, you know, it's just, you know, all rights reserved things or whatever, you know, the Hex logo brand or whatever. Oh, I guess I should mention the tail, which is practically the same. Actually, it's not the same material. It's the same material as the belly though, which, you know, I like. You know, there's not much I can really go into this, you know, but it's a very good plush. One thing I do want to talk about though is the cards, or card, I guess, there's, because only one. So every Hex plush comes with its own card, which I am very, like, you know, it's actually really cool that he do that, because it makes, like, these guys more collectible to some collectors. Like, if you guys aren't wanting the plush, they're gonna want the cards, you know. Not just saying guys as in, you know what I mean. But, you know, also the... I'm running out of breath. Sorry, I had vomit in my mouth. I'm just kidding. But this card picture here, like the actual drawing here, is different from the original Spring Bonnie one. If you've seen pictures of the original Spring Bonnie card, you know that it, you know, was very different. This obviously is like this to, you know, just to give an example of the limited edition stuff of it. And it's also just in this little nice case here, which I don't think you can even take this off if you really wanted to. And you know, it's just really cool. And I also like the gold text that they put on the Hex brand and the FNAF logo. Or I guess Hex logo and FNAF logo. I don't know why I said brand. You know, and they titled it Golden Bonnie, not Spring Bonnie. So, Golden Bonnie, you have a card. You know, also interesting. It's purple. William F. Don't know if I really didn't mention it earlier, but I also really like the bag. It's really good. And there, right there, is the Hex, a limited edition Golden Bonnie. And yeah, I gotta say, you know, I really like this. Even if I didn't express it too much in the video, in the review, I still feel, you know, very good about getting this plush, and I do think it's worth it. You know, to anyone who got this plush, you know, be interested in letting me know, you know, just because, you know, there was only a few of these guys that sold, because limited edition, like I've said a million times. But anyways, yeah, that is gonna be it for this video. Obviously, I do plan to order the rest of the Hex plushies when I have the actual money to do so, and I'm also just ordering lots of other stuff, and that's even including bootlegs, which I guess I'll also just say thank you guys so much for the support on the VNK VTL bootleg video. It's very strange how it's almost like got to 10,000 views. It's crazy, just saying, you know, and I just thank you guys for that. I saw on my community post that I made recently, but you know, just wanted to say here if you guys didn't see that. But yeah, anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you got this, guys, then you are one lucky person. Anyways, gotta go, and I'll talk to you guys later.